let's jump right into this explainer. If you've ever felt totally overwhelmed by the idea of researching your own life or family history, you are absolutely in the right place. Today, we're demystifying the sometimes intimidating world of research for creative nonfiction, and we're going to see how you can transform cold, hard facts into literal storytelling magic. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll start by redefining creative research, then move into fact-checking family stories. After that, we're exploring social context, finding metaphors and facts, and finally, we'll open up the writer's research toolkit.
Okay, part 1. Redefining creative research.
So, right off the bat, we need to completely shatter this boring academic illusion of what the word research actually means for a creative writer. Seriously, just toss out that mental image of staring blankly at a screen surrounded by dusty encyclopedias. It's not about tedious footnotes. For us, research is just the act of verifying facts to enrich a narrative. It's pulling real, verified pieces of reality into your story so your readers can truly feel it. And honestly, it's something you already do joyfully every single day.
I mean, think about it. Buying a new car, checking sports stats, watching a chef's TikTok to nail a recipe, or just texting a friend about a college course. Every single one of these is research. You're verifying facts to make an informed decision. We just need to channel that exact same natural, everyday curiosity directly into our writing.
Moving on to part 2, fact-checking family stories. Now, this is often the very first type of research we tackle when writing our personal histories, but it comes with a massive hidden trap. The harsh truth? Human memory is notoriously unreliable. You really shouldn't trust your own memory or your relatives' memories 100%. It's not that anyone's lying to you. Our brains are just incredibly flawed at recording facts. That's why cross-referencing and digging for second opinions is so absolutely critical. It prevents errors, sure, but it also uncovers these hidden gems that'll deeply enrich your narrative.
Here's a perfect example. A writer once got this lovely, poetic description from her mother about her great-grandfather's job in a steel mill. It sounded beautiful. But when the writer actually dug up archival videos from the 1930s, she found a gritty, terrifying, fiery reality. We're talking smoky darkness, vivid molten steel, deafening machines, and literal rain made of glowing embers. Adding those researched facts instantly generates this deep, visceral empathy from the reader that mere memory had completely left out.
Specificity is everything. Take a look at this number, -40 degrees Fahrenheit. When an author researched their grandfather's 1943 retreat from the Russian front, discovering this one specific weather detail added vital, story-altering context. Marching for 15 days straight in sub-zero temperatures isn't just a background detail, right? It becomes the physical reality of the hardship. The rule here is to only research things that impact the meaning of your story. But when you do, find the details that make your readers shiver. All right, part 3, exploring social context. We're zooming out now because individual choices are always shaped by the massive, shifting tectonic plates of social and cultural context. It's crazy how rapidly social expectations change decade by decade. In the 1950s, a show like The Honeymooners used domestic threats as a punchline. Then, jump to the 60s and 70s, and you have the overt sexual pleasure of Barbarella and the gender fluidity of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. But wait just a few years, and the 1980s Reagan era pivots pop culture right back to conservative monogamy. The point is, you have to place the people you're writing about inside the unique social forces of their specific era. Let's actually look a little closer at that 1980s era, specifically during the HIV epidemic. Pop culture reveals how marginalized communities had to simultaneously emerge as cultural forces while being incredibly coy about their identities. Artists like Boy George and George Michael capitalize on mainstream looks, but they strategically use the ambiguous you pronoun in songs about romance. It was this fascinating liminal period, a tightrope walk, of existing in a highly conservative mainstream while quietly pushing cultural boundaries. Entertainment from past decades neutrally shows us exactly what was culturally acceptable and what was controversial. Historically, minority cultures were often flattened into really limiting, segregated stereotypes. You had the Italian mafioso, the Jewish Shylock, the Russian spy, the rural hillbilly, or consider hip-hop. As writer M.K. Asante pointed out, the violent and misogynistic elements that often got criticized in mainstream hip-hop were actually heavily funded and preferred by white audiences, which kept those specific themes in the mainstream. Understanding these complex historical dynamics is just absolutely crucial when writing about yourself or others. Section 4. Finding metaphors in facts. Now we are getting to the real magic of this explainer, where we explore how cold, hard facts spontaneously transform into breathtaking literary metaphors. Now, this isn't something you can easily force. It takes a bit of free association. And I know, the question here sounds like the setup to a weird joke. What do pelicans, speeding tickets, and organized crime actually have in common? Well, let's see how a little targeted research connects these completely unrelated ideas into a profound narrative theme.
So an author was observing pelicans and started digging into their history. Turns out Alcatraz, the infamous maximum security prison, gets its name from an ancient word for pelican. Then they found out pelicans fly at 40 miles per hour, a fact biologists discovered by literally clocking them with police radar guns. And on top of that, they observed pelicans taking small fish right from fishermen on piers, almost exactly like mobsters collecting protection money. When you line up these weird biological facts side by side with human equivalents, you suddenly reveal this incredible metaphor about a badass, rebellious disdain for human rules.
Like the quote says, our brain is a natural metaphor-making machine. The key takeaway? Never, ever try to consciously force a metaphor into your writing. It's just going to sound fabricated and clunky. Instead, research what fascinates you, gather the facts, and let your subconscious do the heavy lifting. Just get out of the way and let the facts serendipitously collide. For a masterclass in this, look at Brian Doyle's essay, Joyas Voladoras. He contrasts the biology of a tiny hummingbird with its impossibly fast wing beats and racing little heart against one of the largest creatures on Earth, the whale, with its massive, slow existence and giant mammal heart. And the beautiful reveal at the end of the essay is that Doyle isn't just spouting random science trivia. The hummingbird isn't just a bird. The whale isn't just a whale. These facts become frames to explore love, time, and loneliness. He's using the biological reality of animal hearts to teach us about the vast distances in our own emotional lives. The facts literally become the vessel for human truth.
Finally, Section 5, the Writer's Research Toolkit.
Let's get super practical. We know why we research, but where do we actually find this world-building info? Traditional methods are your absolute bedrock here. Seriously, never underestimate a research librarian. They know where all the bodies are buried. You can pull verified marriage dates from public vital records or track down military history for free through the National Archives. And personal diaries? Pure gold. Imagine cross-referencing your own flawed memory against the intimate, real-time thoughts you recorded 20 years ago. But definitely don't ignore unconventional resources. The internet is endlessly vast. Specialized blogs, TikTok, YouTube, they're all legitimate tools. Defunct websites on the Internet Archive can literally transport you back in time. One student even studied a YouTube video of an exploding IUD over and over and over again, just to get the visceral physical details absolutely perfect for her essay. Whatever it takes to get the truth onto the page. Now, if you're panicking about MLA formatting and footnotes right now, take a deep breath. The golden rule of citations in creative nonfiction is to keep them stealthy. You want to embed the facts naturally into your narrative. Now, you should carefully track your sources behind the scenes for your own sanity, but unless you're writing something highly politically controversial where you need to fend off claims of fake news, you can happily skip the tedious academic formatting. So research isn't some dreaded academic chore at all. It's a deeply creative adventure. It's about finding the biting temperature of a winter retreat, the dangerous sparks in a steel mill, or the flying speed of a rebellious pelican. So how will a single unexpected fact change the meaning of your next story? Go dig it up and find out. Thanks for joining me.